YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 news video. Alright folks, sit back and relax because this one's going to be a big one. We're going to go through the This Week at Bungie for the 23rd of April, and it's a big one. We're going to get right into it, but real quick guys, on the 27th, this coming Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on PC, there will be a Bungie bounty on my head, and I will be streaming live right here on YouTube at that time. So that will be 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the game mode will be not PvP, it will be Gambit Prime. I love Gambit Prime, so I told them I'm going to play Gambit Prime. If you're on my team and we win, I'll be playing with Clintus. He's a Twitch streamer. If you're on my team and we win, you get the Bungie Bounty emblem. If you're on the opposite team and you win, you get the Bungie Bounty emblem. So let's get right into the news, guys. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating is very much appreciated. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And I did bring up the fun factoid that 60% of the folks that watch my videos are not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe. It does also help me out. And if you want to also take the extra leap forward and become a channel member and join an awesome Destiny 2 Mesa Army community, click the link in the description or click join on screen. All right, let's do this, folks. First off, we get an update on Guardian Games. And let me know in the comment section, are you rooting for the Hunter, Warlock, or Titan class, and which one are you playing? So they say Hunters won the first day, but Titans rose to the occasion to claim day 2. It's still far from over. One thing we haven't told you yet is that during the final week of the event, every day's victory will count for double points. So if any class is holding a fairly significant lead and thinks they can sit back and relax, they better keep on pushing or another class could pull off a comeback. And guys, yeah, the Warlocks, come on, my fellow Warlock mains, we gotta step it up. We haven't been in the lead once this entire week. Next up, we get a state of the game from the production director, Justin Truman, and I'm just gonna read this verbatim. So he says, hey everyone, if you're like me, you're playing a lot more video games now than you did last month. In these uncertain times, we want Destiny to be a satisfying escape rather than a frustrating grind. And he says, there's been a growing list of concerns with the game lately. Trials, the rise in cheaters, our new seasonal model, the balance between rewards you earn versus the items you buy. We've been closely watching and discussing each of these topics as we read your feedback. When our community managers relay that to everyone at Bungie, we are listening, I assure you we are. We are also working hard from our homes, trying to address and improve each of these areas for future release. Nothing in Destiny is as easy as flipping a switch, and everything's gotten trickier while working remotely. But as Destiny players ourselves, we struggle with the same issues you do, and we want to fix them as quickly as we can. But fixing these issues isn't good enough if we keep you in the dark the whole time. So we're going to try something a little different. Each week for the rest of the season, we'll have updates from different members on the dev team covering the most important topics in Destiny right now and what we're planning to do about them. Today, we're going to discuss trials and our war against cheaters. And I can't wait to go over this with you guys because I play on PC and trials certainly, well, last weekend wasn't too bad. The other weekends before that, it was horrific with aimbots and wall hacks. Anyway, moving on here, he continues, next week we'll be diving deep on our seasonal model and how we plan to improve it in the future, as well as some info on bounties and our plans involving their evolution. Because, yeah, it does seem like all we do is bounties in this game. We have plans for future editions of the TWAB, but also want to hear from you. What other topics you want to make sure we discuss in the coming weeks. Like you, we love Destiny and the community that makes it special as it is. For a bunch of us, Destiny represents more than a decade of our lives, and we're never going to stop trying to make it better. Even if we have to do that from our beds and couches in this unprecedented time, I'm looking forward to sharing more with you in the coming weeks. Stay safe out there, Guardians. Okay, now we're going to talk about trials and tribulations and what Bungie plans to do. Now, there's a lot to read here, which I don't want to do. The video will go on forever. You guys will kill me, and I'm going to link it anyway in the description. But we really want to focus on the 3 problems and their 3 solutions for, well, what's going on with trials. First problem, token rewards incentivizes players to farm to 3 wins and reset their card. Now, we saw that big time when the Astral Horizon shotgun was dropping at 3 wins. That was not a fun weekend. Now, their solution is this. In Season 11, we're planning on creating token payout milestones at 3, 5, and 7 wins that give successfully larger chunks of tokens. Bonus token passages should increase these payouts, and on a flawless run, it will generate a significant token payout. So with this, I could see is they want you to keep playing after 3 wins. The next problem, Trials is unrewarding for players stuck at 1 to 2 wins. Solution is going to be create a weekly bounty that encourages participation each weekend and does not require match wins. When redeemed, this bounty will reward the same item that comes from the 3-win passage, unlocking the engram for purchase that week. They did mention prior to this, Trials has always had a problem of being approachable for players who aren't highly skilled at PvP. We believe that players should be encouraged to make an attempt every weekend, regardless of skill. You should feel some value in dipping your toe in each week to see if you can get a little further than last week, to push yourself to improve and get better. While every single player won't make it to the lighthouse, you should still feel like you can get some meaningful rewards by pushing yourself and still get some rewards for spending time in the activity. The third main problem is Trials feels unrewarding compared to other endgame activities. Yeah, they hit the nail on the head with that one. Their solution is this. Inject more chances to earn masterworking materials from Trials. Masterworking/infusion materials will come from them at 3, 5, 7 win payouts in Season 11. We're also looking into the possibility of adding a new material-focused farming card in Season 12. Now, I don't feel like this is a good solution. Look, I want those materials. I think it's good that we can get those from endgame activities, but come on, we play this game because it's a looter shooter. We want loot. We don't want materials to masterwork things and infuse things. We want loot. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that's not being addressed is Trials right now just does not have enough loot. When I thought it was coming back, I thought they were going to bring back so many weapons from Destiny 1, like the Messenger, Jewel of Osiris, the Doctrine of Spamming. Now, maybe they will be adding them each season, and I get that, because by the time we get through a few seasons, we'll have a ton more weapons. But right now, man, once you get all the guns and you get the rolls on them that you want, you're not going to play them. So I feel like I do like the solution to somewhat of an extent, but it's, for me personally, it's not enough. For me to want to go flawless and to play more often, I need better rewards and I need loot. I need more weapons. But you know what? Who cares about my opinion? Right now, in the comments section, type what do you want to see at the end of, let's say, a flawless passage? Or what do you want to see at 3, 5, and 7? Do you like the fact that you'll just get masterworking materials and infusion materials? Is that enough for you? I personally don't think so, but you let me know in the comment section. Let's get a debate going. What do you want to see in terms of the payouts? They finish off this section with this. These are our current plans for changes we want to make in the short term. We're also still investigating improvements we can make for the long term. For example, you may be asking, what about adept weapons? I know I've been asking about that. And they say, we're currently investigating a new form of flawless aware weapons for a future season. Aware weapons. Okay, that's interesting. They might not have the same name, but these weapons would have some differences in order to set them apart. Right now, we are currently looking at giving these weapons the ability to replace the weapon mod slot with an adept mod slot, and they say the name may change, that can accept custom-built mods in addition to the normal list of weapon mods. All of this is subject to change as we continue to develop, but we wanted to give you an early look. We'll share some more details in the future. We know many of you are far more concerned about cheaters ruining your trips to the lighthouse, and rightfully so. It's a punch in the gut to lose your final game to someone with a fully automatic Whisper of the Worm. No, it's always a aimbot with Revoker, or wall hacking shotgun apes. Now they move on to cheating and what they're going to do about it. So they say cheating in Destiny 2 is up roughly 50% since January, and significantly more in the highest skill echelons. We expected a significant bump with the return of Trials, and we made a number of careful preparations, most notably partnering with Valve to integrate Steam Datagram Relay into our PC build to mitigate DDoS attacks. Now they say the ban hammer has not been idle, And they say before Season of the Worthy launch that they were averaging about 656 bans or restrictions per week. And they say in the first 4 weeks after launch of the newest season, the raid has more than tripled to 2,133 punishments per week. Now, they list a number of different cheats. Like on PC, there's memory poking attacks to gain gameplay advantages like infinite ammo, infinite ability energy, infinite respawns, teleports, things like that. I haven't seen any of those just yet. Aimbots, I've been running into them all the time. Wall hacks, I've seen them. Lag switching, I think we've seen them. On consoles, they've seen DDoS attacks in trials and also lag switching. But what are they going to do about it? Here's what they have to say. We're shifting more people to help on this space. More eyes analyzing cheater reports, more developments in our anti-cheat system, more people developing and testing new ban rules, and more fuel for the hammer. There are many details about new detections and preventions, but sharing those would give the bad actors a head start. The one thing I can say is that a big focus is rapid response. We want to get cheaters out of the pool more quickly. This is key to reducing the value of cheating, especially in selling access to cheats. Next up, they say, we're changing a key policy. Fired teammates of cheaters are no longer innocent. We now reserve the right to restrict or ban any player who has benefited from cheating, even if they didn't cheat themselves. This includes scenarios where players group up with or provide account information to guide or carry service, which then cheats on their behalf. We want you to find new friends out there, but be sure they have your trust before you go. If you LFG your way into a fire team with a cheater, get out and report them. If you ride them the flawless, the ban hammer will come for you as well. Next up, they say, we are considering requiring a much higher player time investment to play trials. I actually felt like trials should be part of the season pass, not free for everyone, but that's me. Do you agree? They continue. We're interested in your thoughts on this. What if you had, say, less than 100 hours of play on an account to participate in any trials match where a ticket with more than 4 wins was at stake on either side? Increasing the time it takes for a new account to become trials ready increases the power of our ban hammer, since cheaters can always create a new dummy account. But it also adds barriers, to be honest, law-abiding PvPers that want to check out trials. Would the reduction in cheaters be worth the increased barrier to getting your T1000 aim skill buddy who's running behind on light to join your fire team? ? And then they say redacted, because this is a cheating discussion. Know that we have additional initiatives we do not intend to share publicly in order to stay one step ahead of cheaters. Now, a lot of this is vague, and they have to be vague because of the fact that, well, if they tell us what they're doing, the cheaters will find a way around it. They also discuss just a little bit on some misconceptions about cheating, but let's move along here. You can read it in the description. So look at this ghost shell here. Is it me, or is that kind of Siva-fied to you? I don't know. It looks it to me. Anyway, on our Seasons of the Worthy page, we had an error that stated that there would be a ghost available on the bottom seasonal reward track for Season Pass owners. It was meant to inform players about the ship that is currently being offered. Since it was our mistake and we did promise a ghost, we will be delivering a ghost that you will be able to claim next season if you have purchased Season of the Worthy. Here's a quick look at the concept art of the ghost and what perks it'll have. It'll have Guiding Light, Omni Telemetry, and a random destination perk. Also, as an FYI, you can claim your Twitch Prime Destiny 2 rewards right now. So we have the S'mores exotic emote, we have the Death to Kells exotic ship, the Star Map Shell exotic ghost, and also the Whipcrack legendary sparrow. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. They do say at the end of the TWAB that next week they'll be talking about the seasonal model and also bounties. And I can't wait to hear that discussion because it does feel like every season lately has been Season of the Bounties. All right, guys, you know the drill. Leave me a good old hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end. And do me a favor, drop a like on this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.